Hey everybody, my name is Jason. Welcome to 600seconds.com. Thank you for joining us with our daily devotional. We've been going through the book of Proverbs. I'm going to be doing Proverbs 10. As you kind of look through Proverbs 10, it's to me it's kind of like getting scolded by your parents, I guess, so to speak, or it's kind of explaining to us, there's a wise way to do things and a not so wise way to do things. There's a path that we should stay on and one that we should not vary off of, and then there's paths over here that if you choose that direction, you're kind of getting in trouble. But as I read through it, there was a couple of verses that stood out at me, and I'd actually like to just work with those for a few minutes and go over those. And I want to start by reading them out of the English Standard Version as well, and then turn around and read them out of the Message too, because I like the way they kind of changed the terminology up. I guess it's the same words, but just a different viewpoint, so to speak. So in the ESV, verse 11 says, "The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence." Verse 12 says, "Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses." The Message says, "The mouth of a good person is a deep, life-giving well, but the mouth of the wicked is a dark cave of abuse." Verse 12 says, "Hatred starts fights, but love pulls a quilt over the bickering." Like I say, there's so many things that I can think about what my parents and my grandparents and them kind of instilled with me, to the fact of just saying, hey, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And I think one of the world's worst things that I can see in this world is somebody who thinks that they know it all. I think kind of when you read through these things, you start to understand that you hear about the mouth can speak life, or it can speak death. The tongue is sharper than a double-edged sword. You got all these things, and I think it's an ideal. I'm not sure if this is why this popped out at me, but I think it's an ideal time to kind of start talking about it, because as we are growing as a congregation, you got to look at with Connect City Church what they're doing. We've in a 4-year period, they've went from one location to 2 locations, and then combining everything together, and now we're just one big happy family, and you're talking about having 400 something people involved, and the Bible tells us to love everybody, and I agree with that. We need to love everybody. You should love everybody, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to get along with them all. So you start sitting back and you really want to think, in this community, especially in the 11 or so years that I've been around here, the biggest thing that I've seen that's caused congregations problem is because